Welcome back to another video, and today we are looking at mod updates. So a lot of mods have recently been updated, a lot of PTs especially, and I'm going to be covering them in this video. Anyway, if you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below on your opinions of these mods updates. You know, do you like them? Do you not? Anyway, yes, so let's just get straight into this, starting off with the Draco Viper. Now, the Draco Viper only got something really small. It got one new ability as far as I'm aware. And let's just land down here and do it. It is the Venom Spit. So let's read what it does first. So it's eject Venom. It's like Dominus's Fire Breath, except it's Venom. Shoot a stream of venom at your foes. If the venom hits an opponent's head, they will experience decreased visibility for a time. They will lose a small amount of health each second, and all hits will be more effective against them. So basically, it increases their incoming damage or decreases their armor, something like that. Makes them take damage over time and kind of blinds them, which I'll put on screen now because I did manage to get a little screenshot of it. And yeah, here's what the venom looks like. It kind of just sprays out of its nose. We can have a look at that again. Yeah, it kind of just sprays out of its nose. It's a bit strange. But anyway, on to the next mod with CRex once again. So this thing, I don't know what Clayton's doing, but he's made CRex into a bit of a weird monster. So they've managed to do something for the first time, and that is female and male genders actually do different things now. So I'll cover both of these because they're pretty interesting. So we're on the male right now. You can tell with the bright skin. And yeah, you can go invisible. When you crouch as the male CRex, you become invisible, like fully transparent. You can't sprint or anything whilst it has this, and it is instant. Look, it is literally instant. It's just whenever you're crouching, you're just fully invisible. I think that's pretty cool. You know, that is the closest thing we will ever get to Indominus Rex, I think. But oh god, look at that! It's just so cool. It just makes you fully transparent. I did not think we was ever going to get that into the game. However, that is not everything. Now that I've swapped gender, you'll see that I've just got a little icon pop up next to my Lone Hunter, a little status effect. Let's read this. Elder growing stage. You are now within the elder growing stage, so there's no way to skip. Alright, so it's finished ticking down, and we have what is called eldered, I guess. We've fully entered eldered, so it doesn't change the model or anything. But what it basically does is elder class. You are now an elder class female CRex plus 100 combat weight. So that takes us to 5,600 combat weight. That's pretty good. I kind of like that. Obviously, the male one's more interesting because invisibility is cool as hell. But I don't know. I think what they've done is pretty cool. Like, female and male genders now actually mean something or can mean something. I think that's pretty impressive. To be covered in this video is the Innostrats Navia. So, like, I did a video, and then a day after it got some more updates, and it got 2 new emotes, so we're gonna have a look at those. Here's one of them. Oh, look at that! It goes on its back legs. It's kind of like Megalania. Ooh, the sounds for that are really nice. I like that. And then we have this one. Oh, the little scratch. It's got a little head scratch on. Let me try and get a better angle. There we go. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. DB's really been, they've been trying to give Innostrats Navia more, I think. From a new sit and sleep animation to new emotes. Maybe we'll get more with it. We can only hope. And on to the, what is probably the biggest changes out of all the mods is the PT updates. So Primordial Tyrants got busy, and they've done a few things with a couple of the mods. Starting off with Tovisaurus. So PT's Torvo has got a new ability, Tail Lash, does light damage and knockback. Here it is. I believe it will just have the same attack animation as the normal tail attack. They've also given it Invigorating Rush, which increases health recovery when near a primed target. I believe it's all here. And then Embolden increases knockback increases knockback by 50% when within 50 meters of a prime creature. And then they've also given it Bunker Buster, a low damaging attack that increases damage every hit. There we go, you can see that there. What else have they given it? Skydiver decreases fall damage by 25% for some reason. And then we also have got a couple of changes. So Headhunter has got its functionality changed. So instead of just doing damage overall to the head, it's now like an ambush. So it does 1.5 times damage out of combat. I think it still is only to the head. I'm not 100% on that. They've also decreased Headhunter's passive duration from 6 seconds to 3, decreased the trot and turn in place and precise movement radius by 7.5%. You can kind of see that there. That's yeah, it's a bit slow. They've also fixed tail attack cooldown being shared with Allosaurus' tail attack cooldown. They fixed pressure point not applying correctly. They've increased Shub's knockback from 15 to 20. They've removed stacking damage from the bite, removed acceleration damage, and knockback generic abilities. So what was in this slot originally are now gone. But let's have a look at the new bite that it got. Ooh, okay, I wasn't expecting a triple bite. Wait, is that triple? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it is. I wasn't expecting a triple bite. I thought it was going to be like a barrage attack, but no. No, that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. Moving on to PT's Parasaurolifus. It has got some big changes since the last time I covered it. Obviously, I'm a little bit late to some of them, but I was waiting for them to release basically everything. And it seems like they have. So this is the new subspecies. It is, what is it called? It's called Campionum, and it's supposed to be like battle scarred. So there's chunks of the crest and the neck taken out of its body. It's also the biggest parasaur in the game now. It's pretty cool. They have also given the front flail a new animation, so there we go. It's pretty cool. And it got an arm slam, which is this one. That applies a weakening effect, which lowers people's knockback resistance. So overall, those new things are pretty cool. However, there is more. So we have combat calls. Gutsy lowers playable outside of group's ailment heal rate by 35%. That's like heal voice calls, I believe. It lowers them, and then Rupturing Eardrums, a vocal call that does area of effect, bleed, and dazes opponents. That's ridiculous, but pretty cool. Stampede increases grouped Hadrosaur's stamina recovery rate by 10% and acceleration by 20%, able to stack up to 4. So we're going to have a listen at all of these, and then get into the rest of Paris stuff. Here is Gutsy. I love that animation, that looks so cool. And then we also have Rupturing Eardrums. Ooh, a bit of a different sound. And then Stampede. Oh, they did a good job with the new animations on Power, I will say. I love them. However, that is not everything. So we also have got new abilities. There are senses. We have got Family Chorus, increases stamina recovery when not grouped. While grouped, you and each Hadrosaur within 50 meters gain 10% stamina recovery, can stack up to 4 times. Pretty cool. And then we also have got Induced Drought. While dry, lower out-of-group playables' health recovery by 50% in 30 meters. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good. 50% less healing to anything that's not in your group within 30 meters. You stack that with Gutsy, and I don't know if Gutsy is just the group's heal ailment. Like, it says that, but I don't know if it is specifically heal voice calls. I'm not sure. But if they do stack, that's 85% less heal rate, which could be deadly to bleeder carnivores. Anyway, PT has also been up to some more things, like updating their Quetzal and Utahraptor stats. So, what they have done with Quetzal is they fixed alien roll not applying damage. So apparently its barrel roll attack, this one, wasn't doing damage at all. They've decreased the sprint speed from 1,100 to 1,050. They've decreased the wingtip damage reduction slightly, and increased wing beats knockback to 22. So this attack does 22 knockback instead of 17, and they've increased the bite cooldown to 1.5 seconds instead of 1. So you can see it bites a little slower. Pretty cool. I like what they've done with that. However, we are not done yet, because the last thing that PT have done with their mods, they have restatted Utahraptor a little bit. They've given it a bit of a nerf. They've reduced the speed from 1,100 to 1,050, same as Quetz. But then they've decided to lower the combat weight from 2,350 to 2,100. Why? Was Utah already not weak enough? You'd have to make it even worse? Why, PT? They've also updated Scavenger, so Scavenger actually works properly, and they've updated the bleed toxin and poison heal rates, again, to match how Vanilla currently has, I think. Maybe. But anyway, that is probably going to cover everything in this video. A lot of new mods have well, not new mods, but a lot of mods have had big changes. Especially the CRex being able to go invisible. The fact that that's a thing now means other mods are probably going to start doing it. I did also see a video of the Giga Arachne doing it, the giant spider. It looked a bit different to CRex's, but it still did it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on your opinions on these mods. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.